Greetings, class, and welcome to American Government. What you are watching right now is a touchcast, and we're going to be utilizing this semester for both government and economics. So welcome to your first one. We're going to start today and start off government by looking at something that's called the social contract theory. And to look at the social contract theory, we have to focus on this guy right here. This handsome gentleman is John Locke. And John Locke is from a different time. He's from a long time ago in the 1600s back in England. But he had some really cool ideas when it came to government and why we have government. And that's what I want you to look at right now. So what I want you to do is just either touch or click on Locke's picture, and it's going to take you to a website. And on that website will be a summary of one of John Locke's most famous writings, which is called The Second Treatise on Government. And he's going to lay out some of his ideas about why government exists and what the social contract theory is. So I want you to read that. You don't have to read the whole thing. Most of what you need to get is from the first few paragraphs of the summary. If you want to read more, feel free. You'll have plenty of time to do that. But I want you to read that, and I want you to look for 4 things, and I want you to write down 4 things. So start with looking at what Locke's ideas of natural rights are. So what are the rights that he believes that everyone is guaranteed, that everyone is afforded when they are born? So look for that first. Then I want you to look at what is a social contract. What does Locke say about a social contract? What does that mean? Then you're going to look for why does government exist? So according to John Locke, why do we even have government? What's the purpose? And then the 4th thing I want you to write down is what did Locke say about if government is not doing its job? So what are we supposed to do if the government is not doing or living up to the purpose of why they exist? So go check out that website, write down those few things, and then come back and see me. All right, welcome back. Hopefully you got something out of that, and hopefully you were able to write down those 4 things. You probably saw something about right to life, liberty, and property. We'll talk a little bit about that in class, hopefully on Friday. But also what Locke thought about government and why we have government. Now what I want you to do is we're going to take a look at another handsome older gentleman. You might recognize this guy as Thomas Jefferson. He was our 3rd president. But he was also a proponent of Locke's ideas. And of course he wrote the Declaration of Independence. So what I want you to do now is you're going to click on Jefferson's face, and that's going to take you to a version of the Declaration of Independence. I'm not going to require you to read right now the actual words that they used back in the 1700s. Rather, you're going to look at a version of the Declaration that's put in plainer English, so it's a little bit easier to understand. But what I want you to do is one thing, okay? Read what it talks about with the Declaration of Independence. So look through the different parts of that document as you go through. But what you're looking for are examples of John Locke's influence on the Declaration of Independence. So where do you find some of those things you saw earlier of what Locke's ideas were? Where do you find those in what Jefferson wrote in the Declaration of Independence? So write that down, read those, write that down. All of this, all of what you write down is your first homework assignment this week, and it's going to be due this Friday, okay? So you need to make sure that you turn that into me by Friday. If you get it done earlier, go ahead, turn it into me. On Friday, we're going to do something in class around the Declaration of Independence. So good luck, and we'll see you in class.